What's going on, everybody? LK here, and today, the weirdest throw in fighting games, I mean, definitely in Arc System Works fighting games, it's Blazblue. So, Blazblue is, I want to say, the first time Arc Sys went away from like their one-button throws of old school Guilty Gear, and this game has a really unique throw system. If you know about most fighting games, the way throws work is totally different. So let's break it down a little bit. So Strive actually has a pretty standard throw system. A lot of fighting games have these type of properties of throws. So the basic idea is that if someone is blocking, you can throw them to kind of break their guard here, right? But the big restriction is soul smashing. But the big restriction that like almost every fighting game has is that you can't throw people who are getting hit or who are blocking or who are getting up from wake up. So for this example, can't get him, right? If I wait a little bit longer, I can get him. This game, if you do not know, has some throw protection. It's 5 frames, so it's not very long, but it is there when you are exiting block stun, exiting hit stun, and when you are standing up. And many fighting games have this type of system. Blazblue is not quite the same. So, of course, you have the standard. If they're not in block stun or hit stun, you can throw them like this. But you can actually throw people in hit stun and block stun. Blazblue has a lot of unique, interesting systems, but I think this one was always one of the most interesting because of the way the throw game worked. So if you play Dragon Ball FighterZ, actually, a lot of the things I'm about to say about the throw in this game is going to sound a little bit familiar to you. So first, defending throws in this game is pretty important because you always get combos off it. I'm actually not sure about the current version of Blazblue, but generally, I would expect between 2,500 and 3,000 damage, so between 25 and 30-ish% off a throw. And there is more than one way to break a throw in this game. So in this game, you can tech throws with the throw button, which means you have to commit to the throw. Or you could press barrier plus throw to do the barrier option select with throw. If you don't play Blazblue, but you've heard of this, it might be because of this segment from a video I've talked about before.
Yeah, I've always regarded ArcSys as a maker of very execution-heavy games where you had to be really, really good to become or to play the game on a really high level. So I was wondering why Blazblue is so noob-friendly.
Friendly, do you mean the game itself, or just like things like beginner mode and stuff?
I mean like the game itself, specifically like the really noob-friendly things like being able to hold down a button for 5 frames and have the input still be there. Okay. Also, hitting 3 buttons as an option select for throw or barrier.
So anyway, you can use both to tech throws. So here's me doing it with BC, and here's me doing it with barrier. But depending on how you tech the throw, you will have different amounts of time to actually tech the throw. So this is a little offhand, but I believe this has changed a ton since the original Blazblue. In the original Blazblue, the barrier option select, this ABC, was extremely powerful, and people didn't really have ways to counter it. Over time, they have changed this system into the current version. So this green throw is a normal throw. These have a 15 frame window to tech them, and if you tech with throws, you have a very generous time to be correct, specifically 16 frames. Now, if you choose to do it with this, the barrier option select, then you only get 3 frames. It's extremely tight to actually use this, but it has its merits. The main one being that you're not committing to whipping a throw. Instead, you're doing this very safe tapping barrier. So not only do you not have a long time to tech throws when you use this, but also you can get a guaranteed throw for longer after. This is called throw reject miss. I think it's a weird name, but it's a really interesting concept considering how the throw game works. So throw reject miss is basically a period after you teched a throw where you can be guaranteed to get hit by a throw. If I use this barrier throw tech, if I do it too fast, guaranteed throw. This can happen on standard throws as well, but when you use the barrier option select, it is way longer. It's almost half a second at 27 frames. So this is a good baseline foundation of how the throw system works. So this is where we start getting interesting and start talking about purple throws. So when you're starting Blazblue, these are pretty weird to defend, but once you play for a little while, you're like, man, this is really slow. I'm never gonna get hit by this. You have an extremely long time to break a purple throw. It's 27 frames. Again, almost half a second. So in this case, if you throw an opponent and blocks them or hit stun, or for 6 frames after the exit, you will get this purple throw. So the main way you use purple throw is to punish people for teching too quickly. So there I tried to use the barrier plus throw tech at a spot because he ran up, and then Ragnar did jab cancel the purple throw, and because I did the barrier throw tech on the jab, I was not able to break the purple throw. This type of interaction makes it so that the person who's defending the throw has to be pretty meaningful in how they defend throws. Am I going to sit and take it because I think they're going to purple throw me, in which I have all day to react? Do I want to hedge my bet and try to push them off by using barrier plus throw tech? It's an interesting exchange you could do between the two players. There are even some players who will see you barrier and then try to throw you after. So there's a lot of things you have to think about between the two because of the variations in when you can actually throw them. As we go on through Blazblue character retrospectives of previous versions, you're going to see some of these. I mean, especially as we move forward in time and we don't need 240p glasses anymore, situations where people set up these really type of tricky throw situations. So I want to try to drop a couple of videos on Blazblue system mechanics to try to make those videos a little bit easier to digest. As usual, if you guys have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you all feel like it, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.